And welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Today we're going to be working on stage 80 of E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial from Fanhome, and I will probably build up what I have of the stand later on and append it to the end of this video, simply because there's not much to do in stage 80 and I've not yet started the stand. I'd do it all at the same time, except it is now 2:30 on a Sunday afternoon, so the HTM stream starts in about a half hour. So I need to get set up for that. So on here, we're going to build the structure of the neck. And we have neck extension. Let's see. No, this is the neck extension. This is the neck extension stop. And we have two screws. One is longer than the other. The FM screw is the long one. The PTP screw, which we've used a lot of, is the short one. So what we do is you need to make sure, I'm just looking. Okay. So this screw hole here, this hole right here, goes down. This part just pushes down in here like this. And the smaller screw, the PTP screw, actually goes into this hole here, and it catches that part and locks it in place. Let me show you in a second here. So that piece is now locked onto here. This other part, let me move cameras, or this other screw. Okay, so here are all the pieces and all the instructions that I've gotten for the premium base. We've got 655 was the one that came this month, 654 last month, 2 months ago was 653, and it started out with 651, but it didn't have any instructions. First instructions came in 652, and that is this piece here. I haven't put anything together yet, so we'll go, well, that's a little bit of a misnomer. I did put the screws on these pieces here. As far as I know, that's correct. I'm not sure what these little tabs are going to do. And I'm not positive, well, I am positive they're on the right side because the countersink is right here. And then, excuse me, we have the sticker here, not really a sticker, but this clear piece here that goes on top, not cut open yet. So let me cut this out of here. It's kind of a neat looking premium base. It has the iconic scene where they fly across the moon. And so what we do with this is we take the backing off of these two tabs and we're going to glue them down right here and here. Let me see if you can see that. Right there, you see those two black lines there and right here by my finger. That's where these are going to go. So you take the backing off of here. Stuck on there pretty good. And that's because I pulled the tape off with it. Okay, let's do this. Get this back on here. I may have to use some other double-sided tape. That should actually work. Let's see if I can pull this one off without peeling the tape off of the part. There we go. This one's a lot clearer. I might have to do something with the other one. We'll have to see as it goes along. So we put that, it's hot in here, and something's a little bit sticky, on there like that. Go ahead and get rid of these tabs here. So it goes on like that, and then it says that there is a plastic cover sheet on here. There it is. Peel this plastic cover sheet off without peeling this back off of here. Like that. Actually looks pretty cool like that. And I think that tape is going to be okay, because if we bring over the part from stage 2, if I can get it off of this cardboard, that is. It is taped down to the cardboard. And I'll actually put it back in there with the cardboard. It doesn't say to glue it down now, but we will pull this tape and hopefully not leave any residual stickiness behind. Pretty sure that is the back side. So it shows that this is going to be on here like this, which is kind of odd because we've got these wings here. Unless I'm an idiot and I'm an idiot because I just glued this down upside down. Yeah, that tape is not going to work anymore. Fortunately, I have some double-sided tape on my own. So we'll take this off of here. Let's see if the other side is going to work. It's going to peel up. This is not an issue with the parts. This is an issue with the builder. Get this off of here. So let's turn this around. Get this tape off of here. Go ahead and put this one back where it belongs. Line up this one. I'm looking for my widest double-sided tape, which is right here. I don't think it's going to need a whole lot. I actually believe that this thing, that there's going to be part that sits down over top of this, and actually, okay, it's almost sticking to the residual stickiness from the tape that was there. We'll just pop that on there, peel this off, bring it back over here. Not quite in the right spot. Careful not to scratch the acrylic. Redo this just like that. And that should stay in place now. And now it makes a lot more sense because this is up here and you can see that the tabs are not visible. Now we're not going to be sticking this down yet. We've got these tabs down here. Yeah, this little square piece here, it goes on this side according to the instructions. But that's the end of step 2. And so at this point, we no longer need this because the rest of it, what I'm doing today is building the base. So I'm going to put these together back in here like this for safekeeping. So we'll bring over 653, and inside this bag, we have the parts to begin the actual base. Really kind of neat that it has that iconic scene from the movie. So we've got in here, we have this piece, and it's kind of funny. It's actually double bagged. That can go there. So here we have even more bags. I think I've run out of bags finally. In here we've got this little plate, this clip looking piece, and 3 screws. So the little plate goes on here. Let's see, goes like that. And so our 3 posts back here, they're going to line up with these 3 holes, and then we're going to turn it over and put the screws in from this side. So let me get the screws out. Grab my screwdriver, and we're going to put the first screw. Let's see, which 3 holes are we doing? So it's this one, and it's going to be these 2 and this one here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this here to where it's relatively in the right place. put the screw through here and grab that first post. And we're going to do the same thing with the second post down here. And I've made this comment before. Black screws going through a black part into a black part makes it a little bit interesting to see. But there's where your 3 screws will go. It's kind of funny, this video is turning out to be more of just the base and a little bit about the neck on E.T. So get this tightened down. And then what they show is you got the base part here. This clip is left over. This is what we're going to be building. The light blue down here is what is not yet there. So let's take a look at 4 and 5. Okay, a little bit different. If they were identical, I was going to say we're just going to do those off camera, but they're a little bit different, so we'll get 654 out of the bag. Almost tried to cut with the knife upside down. Doesn't work very well. And again, we have the double bag here. So I did my best to cut both bags at the same time. Make sure there's nothing left in here. So inside this bag, inside the second bag, we have some more of the PTP screws, another clip, and this brace piece here. So the first thing they want you to do is take this brace here and make sure where it goes. Looking at it this way, it goes like this, I believe. Yeah. So we've got 4 screw holes. We've got 4 holes here. And that bottom is open there. So let me go ahead and get the screws out. It is nice that they kind of break it up doing different things even on the base from the last issue. So we're going to put the first screw through like that. Get it into the first screw hole. Then do the second one. As normal, I am going cross corner, even though it is a little bit awkward, the positioning. Get numbers 3 started, and then we'll do number 4 and tighten them all down. And then there are 3 screws left after this that are going to attach these 2 pieces together, I'm pretty sure. Did I miss? No, it's going into the part. It's just not in the hole. There we go. So tighten this down. Snug, but do not over tighten it because it is plastic. You do not want to strip the screws or strip the holes in the plastic out. The screws are not going to strip out. The plastic is going to strip out. With 4, if you inadvertently do strip one out, it shouldn't be bad as long as you don't strip any 2 right next to each other out. And then this is going to lay here like this. You see you got the 3 tabs here, the 3 slots with screw holes there. And then these screws are going to go in from the top. Get that one. That one. And that one in. And then we're going to tighten them all three down. And I'll bring it up to the camera so you can actually see this, where the screws are at. And third one going in now. Just like that. You got your 3 screws there. You got this brace. Not sure what this piece is for. And then I can see here we're going to have braces, more braces coming up. And that is all there is to do in part 4 of the base, premium base. And so we're going to do part 5, which is pretty much identical to part 4. Oh, you know what? Did I miss that? Did they say to put that on there? I did miss that. So that's what these clips are for. I was looking at it, and I tend not to read the words, but see, if you look, it's loose there. What these clips are for is to slide down here, and there is a stop right here. They slide down on this part here. Doesn't quite make it to the stop without a push. Not all the way down to the stop. Let's see. Inside PDP screws. And we keep this one for the next stage of the build. So in part 5, we're going to do the exact same thing we just did for part 4. We're going to put this brace on, 3 screws, and slide this clip on here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this open, and then I'm going to pause the camera and take care of all of that, and I'll be right back to do the outro for this video. So I'll be back in a minute, if I can find my mouse. There it is. So I'll be back. Okay, so I was about to start putting this together when I realized that I had made a mistake. That right there should be on the other side. So let me take that off and switch it around. I could have done this without turning the video back on, but I think everybody needs to see what I did. I also want to make sure that, if I do something like that, I want to make sure that my viewers don't get caught in the same hole I fell into. And the black on black with the printing in the book makes it a little bit tricky to see sometimes unless you really look deep. So let me get this one started back on here. And I was also thinking we were attaching this next one on here, but we are not. Let me get this started. Okay, got that one started. Sometimes I want to use my electric screwdriver on this, but then I know I'm going to strip screws out, strip the plastic. Bad things happen. The bad things in quotes. So let me tighten these all down, and then we'll press on and move and attach the other one, not move. And looking at this, it should have been pretty obvious that something is going to sit here. So this next one that came in pack 5 does not get attached to this part. Instead, it will get attached. Let me see. It's not a good picture. You can't really see it. Kind of in this picture, you can a little bit. That little piece sticking out there. So this one is going to get put on here like that. Again, tab sticking towards the back. And I believe they're all going to be that way, or face that direction, so that you have whatever platform they put on top of it will be supported in all corners on a round piece. I knew that. I realized what I had said as soon as I said it. Corners on a round piece, that's kind of odd, but you know, I just go with it. So, tighten this down. All rights are 2024 Universal City Studios, Amblin Entertainment. There is this copyright sticker on the bottom of the stand. Don't know if you can hear that, but my compressor just kicked in. Okay, there's that one. That one, and my screwdriver keeps popping out of the slots. Come on. I bet you if I lay it down like this, it's not going to do that, because I can put more pressure on it with my hand. Just like that. So this next piece is going to slide in here just like before. The 3 tabs are going to go into the 3 slots on this side. And then you put the screws in to hold the parts together. And this is the bottom of the base, by the way. So there's still quite a bit to go on the base, because there's going to be platforms here, 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 and here, and I think there's going to be some sort of a power supply in here. If there is not, I will be figuring out a way to put this on wall power, because all my builds I end up putting on wall power, because I have so many of them with power that I don't have that many wall warts. It just wouldn't work out well. Okay, so once that's on there, we again, just looking, it doesn't actually show. It doesn't show it in the instructions, but, or I didn't see it. This last piece from this, or from, actually it's from the last stage, but they're identical, will go on here to hold these 2 pieces together. If I can get it to pull close enough. Ah, there's the problem. There we go. Just looking, because I heard a snap. That one actually went all the way down, whereas this one still is not completely down. But it won't matter. So this is not the side that's going to be on the top, because it's going to be a lighted base. There's going to be lights in here. I'm curious what they're going to do with these pieces here. Oh, never mind. Let me bring it over. I was thinking, and then it became pretty obvious pretty quickly. There's going to be one of these areas is not going to have a bunch of is not going to have those platforms on there, but it's going to go together something like that. But that, my friends, is all there is to do on the premium base at this point. Those stages 1 through 5 to go along with the stage 80, I think it was. It's been a couple of days since I've been able to get to the bench. Let me double check in my videos. Yeah, E.T. stage 80. So that's all there is to do in this on the base at this point. Pretty substantial base, well worth the, I think it was $1.25 entry fee per stage additional. But it's going to be a pretty good base. It's going to be large like they all are, but I think it's going to do rather well, especially with the light up portion, because E.T. will stand back behind the lighted portion. I think. Not positive how this is going to actually go together. Just looking at the base. I wonder if we take him off of the base and put him on here eventually, because the other base is square. But we'll figure that out as we go along. Like I said, thank you for watching. I hope you're enjoying this build. This is one of the best engineered builds I've seen on a part work figure. I'm really happy with it. I'm enjoying it a lot. It is a little creepy right now because of the skeleton with no skin, but it still looks pretty cool, and it does look like E.T. Where was I? Like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to be notified of any time I post new content. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of this build or any of my builds. I'm curious, and I will respond. With that, I'm going to say, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, have a great day, have a great day tomorrow, and I will see you in the next video or stream.
Model mania, part work models, plastic modeling, wooden models. Workman's model mania, part work models, plastic modeling, wooden models.